Hello everyone, it's Tania Gabrielle here, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes. This is the podcast where we look at an upcoming event in the stars and numbers, the astrology and numerology, and in this case, it is the first of two eclipses. We're back in eclipse season. This is the Pisces lunar eclipse, a full moon eclipse with the moon in Pisces, the sun in Virgo, making a T-square to Jupiter in Gemini. So it's very exciting, really good news. And we're also going to look at Pluto moving back into Capricorn for 11 and a half weeks, because that also figures into the whole equation. So let's start with the big event of the month. It is the Pisces lunar eclipse, a full moon eclipse. And it has the moon at 25 degrees Pisces, conjunct Neptune, the ruler of Pisces. So we'll go into that. That's a really big enhancement of everything Neptunian and Piscean. And they're opposite the sun in Virgo at 25 degrees. And they create a T-square to Jupiter. Now, Jupiter and Neptune are the two planets that really go all out. They have boundless, non-existent boundaries. So they're the epitome of reaching to the beyond. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and seeing beyond the horizon and abundance and plenty. And then Neptune has no boundaries. It is unconditional love. We are all one, and it encompasses dreams and the great ideal in life. And of course, both of them have shadow sides as well. With Neptune and Pisces, it can be deception or illusion or pie in the sky, not wanting to see things, or just living only in your imagination and not in reality. And with Jupiter, it is too much of a good thing, too big, overspending or overdoing or overexercising or overeating, whatever the case may be, or not seeing the minutiae, not seeing the actual reality of a situation. And this is really where Virgo comes in, where the sun is located, because Virgo does go into the minutiae. So we have a lot of wonderful balanced energy with this eclipse. And as it happens, full moons and full moon eclipses bring balance. That is what they're there for. That's the opposition of sun and moon. So the only element that we don't have a lot of in this eclipse is fire. The only fire sign that's activated is Aries, because Chiron is still in Aries. But other than that, it is water, earth, and air. And that allows us to actually get grounded, to intuit, listen to our imagination, listen to source, listen to intuitive downloads, and make them real. And also have a clear mind, which comes from the air signs. Now, Pisces is the sign of endings. It is the final sign of the zodiac. Neptune was just at 29 degrees Pisces, which is the final degree of the zodiac. We have 360 degrees. That was the 359th degree. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, and Neptune is conjunct the moon, and now at 28 degrees Pisces, so the second last to last degree. So there's a really big theme here of endings. And the full moon is the lunation of endings. The new moon, of course, is new beginnings. So with all these planets at final degrees, like Pluto just moved to 29 degrees Capricorn, we have a real emphasis on things coming to a close with this particular eclipse. Uranus is at 27 degrees, Neptune at 28 degrees in Pisces, and Pluto at 29 degrees in Capricorn. So universal time, September 18th, 18 reduces to 9. 9 also is a number of endings. It's the final single digit, and it literally represents wrapping things up, bringing things to a close, culmination, so celebrations, and release. So there's a big theme here of looking at things that maybe haven't been seen, because you're now ending a period of time or a cycle in your life, and it requires that you look at things that were maybe not clear or hidden, or secrets that are being revealed. That all is part of Pisces. Now, in the numerology code, we have the number 17 activated for the month of September, And the number 17 activated for the 17th of September. That's for the Americas. We have the number 8 activated for the 8 universal year and the 17/8 universal month for September. So there's a lot of 8 energy and 17 energy. The 8 energy is infinity. The 8 energy is very important because it speaks to you stepping into leadership to create an abundant life. And Pisces is a sign of abundance. Neptune is a planet of abundance. Jupiter, the T-squares to Jupiter, remember, is a major planet of abundance. So there's a big abundance theme here of unlimited expansion, infinite resources. Remember, 8 on its side is the symbol of infinity. So infinite resources and also infinite inner resources that you're tapping into. So both Pisces and Neptune and also Jupiter, of course, attract abundance. This is really powerful energy. The moon is conjunct Neptune, the ruler of this eclipse, and that in itself signifies a huge opening in your heart to accept plenty and in a deeply spiritual, meaningful, purposeful way. And then what helping all that is that Pisces is a hugely intuitive, creative, imaginative sign, so you can take all this inspiration and creativity and make it to good use, because the sun in Virgo is saying make it real. Virgo is an earth sign. It's practical. It is about healing. It is about using your resources. You can literally take that dream now that is resembled by Pisces, make it big, Jupiter, make it lucrative, and make it real. So this is why this is an eclipse of abundance in a major way. There are no boundaries here. You can really go as far as your energy and your imagination can take you. So just trust that things are well. Jupiter is a planet of trust. Jupiter is at the apex of the T-square. That means it is defining the nature of this eclipse in many ways. And Jupiter is in Gemini. And Gemini is a sign of clear thinking, of curiosity, of traveling to places maybe that are familiar but also unfamiliar. So there's an adventurous spirit, and then there's this let's just go out and investigate the park nearby or go to the lake or the beach or the mountain, whatever it is. These are all going to reinforce abundance for you, because when you get in touch with nature, when you're outside and you dip in water, Pisces, or you go into the ethers, fly somewhere, air, which is Gemini, or dig into the ground or hike or just hug a tree, which is Virgo, earth, you feel like you have control over your life because you are connecting to the source of your planet. You are saying, I love it here, I appreciate it here, and I'm partaking in the energy here. So Pisces asks, are you in resonance with the people in your life, with the work that you're doing, with the situation you're in, with your home? Because Pisces is very psychic, very connected to unseen energy. And so because it's a heart-centered sign, you are constantly being asked to go to your heart and ask, am I resonating with this situation? Does it feel right? Or is there something off? You are extremely sensitive, especially around the eclipse, but even in the weeks following, you're very open emotionally. The full moon is emotional anyway, so Pisces full moon eclipse is especially contacting you on that emotional level, and your extrasensory cognition is extremely strong, very, very clear. And that means that psychically, intuitively, you are very open to new discoveries, which Jupiter loves. Jupiter wants to go beyond the horizon. Remember, Jupiter is the planet of international travel and anything to do with other cultures and discovering something that is beyond your upbringing, beyond your initial understanding of what life is all about. Jupiter wants to take you to another level of that. Pisces allows you to pick up the vibes of places, of people, of situations, of things around you, like furniture, art, of music, and Neptune and Pisces are very musical, so that is part of the energy that you're feeling. Like, what music do I really need to listen to now? Is this music actually helping me? Is it uplifting me, or is it bringing me down or making me really emotional and focused on the past, instead of being cleared but then motivated to move forward? So that is all important. So the music you listen to is vital to either inspiring you, uplifting you, helping you clear energy, or getting you into drama, getting you very emotional. So be very cognizant. It's very delicate, this energy around this eclipse. You want to protect yourself from music or people or sounds that are jarring. And that means you may have to leave a situation, which is okay, right? You may need to go out in nature more. You may have to do a silent retreat or sleep longer, right? To have that moment of silence to rejuvenate. Now the moon rules Cancer, and this is a Pisces lunar eclipse. Cancer and Pisces are water signs. They have profound artistic energy because of the imagination with water. And there is a feeling of spirituality with water signs as well. The other water sign is Scorpio. So there's a profound understanding of energy with water signs. The sensitivity level is sky high. And so that's why when you are looking at energy, you want to seek harmony. If there is division, and if you're looking at news that is divisive, or you're with people who are causing division or have beliefs that are me versus them beliefs, this is a time to really address that, to either leave that situation or to speak up and in a harmonious way explain why you feel differently about the situation, how we can look at any problem or challenge so that it actually is for everyone's highest good in terms of the solution that we come to or the decision that we come to, and doesn't favor one side versus the other. Now, I really love that there's a grand trine in this eclipse, and it is between Pluto and the Sun. So Pluto's at 29 degrees Capricorn. We'll get to that in a moment. The Sun's at 25 degrees Virgo. And Uranus is at 27 degrees Taurus. That grand trine is an Earth grand trine. It is so exciting because Earth allows the water and Earth go well together. And this is a water eclipse, Pisces. So this is a complementary grand trine to support the spiritual awakening, the spiritual nourishment, the spiritual exuberance that you're going to feel, the creativity, the incredible ability to create your reality, but coming from a place of unconditional love, not self-centeredness, but literally tuning into what's divinely good for everyone. And that means you are moving into a major transformation. The transformation that we're experiencing now is from the Piscean age, and this is a Pisces eclipse, to the Aquarian age. And Pluto has been moving from Aquarius to Capricorn since March of last year, 2023, and is now, for the final time, in Capricorn, in the middle of a retrograde right now, having just moved from 0 degrees Aquarius to 29 degrees Capricorn, the final degree, critical degree. It will only stay at 29 degrees between September 1st and November 19th for 11 and a half weeks. Pluto is asking you to explore in these 11 and a half weeks who you are, that you are a being of light, that each of us has our importance, our own importance, if we care to claim it, that is. Each of us has a duty, a mission, a purpose. And Pluto in Capricorn is saying, make it happen. Take the leadership, transform your life so that you are in the flow with your divine purpose, your divine destiny, your divine mission. The other thing that Pluto in Capricorn is doing, and has been since 2008, when we had the big economic meltdown, which revealed many things, but they were not fully addressed, in 2008 and beyond, Pluto is looking at transforming the powers that be, the establishment. And these final 11 and a half weeks that Pluto is in Capricorn are going to be big for that reason. And I'm going to bring up a topic here because I've been asked in the comment section, which I love reading your comments, by the way. I thank you for leaving me comments. I look at each one of them. I respond to some, but I just want you to know I love them and thank you for leaving comments. And I've been receiving comments lately to talk more about the candidates or talk more about the election in the US. And the reason I'm not going to do that in the way that you might want, for those of you who asked me to do it, is the whole political to and fro, back and forth divisiveness is meant to be a distraction from you making yourself the greatest source. And here's what I mean by that. It takes you from your greatest power source and makes you believe that people in powerful positions have more influence on your life than you have. They're all industries that are larger than life, and many of them have incredible people, incredible teachings and support for us. But when they are used in a way to make you feel small, that's when you get into a sense of not feeling like you have control. You are not small in comparison. In fact, the opposite is true. And this is a lunar eclipse. It's about oppositions. You need to understand how these dynamics work. Capricorn with Pluto in it is, for the final time and the most intense time, going to show us some of the tactics that are used that are designed to control, because the shadow side of Pluto and its ruling sign Scorpio is to be in control of, to control others or to have power over others. So when there is that energy, it is used to manipulate culture, thinking, belief systems, and being done in a way, it's so artful and so creative that the people who are being influenced and manipulated have no idea that it's happening to them. They have no idea what's going on. And so another word for that that's very common now is gaslighting. So this is why I don't get into anything that is about oppositional energy like elections, because you're then treading on that back and forth, right or wrong, which is totally, it's an illusion. It's a distraction. There's only a sense of, do I resonate with the energy or do I not? And if you don't, that doesn't mean you have to choose the other side. That's a total fallacy. It is meant to make you feel small and that you can't feel independent. So it's when you realize how powerful you are as a spiritual being, that's when the world can change. It's all about perception. And Pluto's sojourn in Capricorn for the final time in 248 years is asking you to be responsible for how you are showing up during these major shifts. Be conscious of what you choose to do and what you choose to say. Mercury rules Virgo. Virgo is where the sun is for this eclipse. So your words, Mercury rules communication and is the messenger. The message that you convey by your words is very important. And those can be written words. They can be spoken words. They can be your thoughts, right? Because they're transferred as well. What you think is heard on a certain level frequency-wise. So the more conscious you are, the less your unconscious mind drives your words and decisions, the more in control and empowered you are. So we're waking up from being asleep, and the degree of our awakening is dependent on how aware we are. And this Pluto in Capricorn dip, 29 degrees only, 29 is 11, master number of being in the present moment. It's going to be so key to not dip into your own past ways of doing things or being reactionary or being afraid of the future. That's not the present moment. The 29 degree critical degree of any sign is the most intense degree. So the degree of your awakening is fully dependent on your awareness, on your ability to be conscious in the present moment. And during these times, remaining asleep or unconscious will be more and more difficult. So the more you choose to understand and see and acknowledge, the more conscious you are, the easier your life will be, and you will not be taken for a ride. You will not be manipulable, if that's a word. You cannot be manipulated. It will be impossible to fool you. It will be impossible to influence you against your greater good. So you will tap into all this knowledge. You will empower yourself, and you will do that at any given moment in time, no matter what the situation, because you're so grounded and present. You know, Pluto, the planet of power and transformation, is giving you this final moment, this final weeks of extracting yourself from disempowering ideas, beliefs, thoughts, and instead empowering yourself by going into the only place that actually gives you confidence and courage and wisdom, and that is within you. That is within you. This full moon eclipse in Pisces creates that T-square to Jupiter, which encourages you to travel and explore other areas of the world, even if they're close to you. Jupiter emphasizes happy, conducive, expansive, joyful surroundings. And Neptune and Pisces focus on flow. So you want to feel a sense of flow and joy where you live, where you work, and discovering where your own personal happy places are in the world, your positive locations, is key to making any move or any travel experience the most exciting and uplifting and motivational and healing in your life. So Pluto is saying empower yourself by exploring your most positive locations. And I have a free masterclass for you at positivelocations.com that helps you discover the power of fortunate places. We focus on the 5 critical components that make up your astrocartography map, and they impact your career, they impact your relationships, your abundance, health, love, family, friends. We also have so many celebrity astrocartography examples to help you through looking at all the different lines. And one major mistake that people make when they go online and look for their lines and miss out on some really powerful information. There are lines that you're not aware of, and you may travel to your Jupiter line or Venus line or Sun line and not realize that in that very location is a very challenging line as well. So we're going to focus on what you're missing, and we're going to also look at the relocated chart and so much more. So watch the free masterclass at positivelocations.com. Have a wonderful Pisces lunar eclipse, and I'll see you in next week's Star Codes podcast. Lots of love.